Guys, this is Bart and Alex here. Today I'm going to show you, or we're going to show you, how to troubleshoot the problems with the steering on the Polski Fiat 126. So what would happen is we would be driving the car and the car would be difficult to turn to the right. So it would be a little, like it's almost binding a little bit. All right. So first, of course, you need to make sure that your kingpins are greased. And I already showed it to you in the other video. So that wasn't the problem because we did that on this car. So the next thing, and Alex, maybe you can help me here, is you need to check your steering box. And basically what you got, let me just rotate this camera up here, is, okay, that's where Alex is shining the light. You see this element over here, okay, that's your steering gearbox, if you will. It's not a rack and pinion steering like the modern cars, so it's got just this box, and from there you've got the linkages for your steering. Inside there's supposed to be 0.12 liters of W90 gear oil. And what you could do is you can take the little plug. I already took it out, it's right here, okay, little plug right over there, with an 8mm wrench, and you can see the hole just barely. Maybe Alex, if you could just shine it just like that. Okay, there, perfect. See, there's like that shiny spot up there. Okay, you can see it. That's where the plug goes. I am suspecting that because this thing has never been checked or changed, all of the gear oil has leaked out of this, and that's why it's difficult to turn. Now, why is it more difficult to turn one way or the other? Beats me, but this is at least our theory. So what are we going to do? With the help of Alex, we're going to fill it. And I know that there is no oil right now because I put a hose in there with a syringe and I tried to suck out some oil, and guess what? Nothing came out. So I think this thing is dry, and that's why it's so difficult to steer. So what we're going to do is Alex bought some gear oil. He actually bought the 80 W90 gear oil, the same one that goes in the transmission. It really should be W90, but I think it should be all right. We're going to pump some gear oil in there and see if that's going to fix our problem. And what you're going to do, and how you're going to do this, is you're going to use a syringe. Now I only have this one, it's 10 milliliters. So we'll actually take 12 of these syringes, assuming this thing is completely empty, to fill this. And then you should start dribbling out of that hole. So it helps to turn the wheels, turns out a little bit to the left so that you have a little bit more space, and then you just take a syringe and you just suck the fluid into it. Just take a little time because the fluid is very viscous, so it takes, you know, it'll take a little bit of time to inflate the syringe. I should probably also mention that it does help to jack up the car so it's even, because if you jack up just the left side of the car, then the level of the fluid in there is not gonna be level. So initially we just jacked up the left side just to get a better access in there, but now it's maybe we're getting a little closer to getting it topped off. I made sure that the car is reasonably level so that we will get an accurate level. Again, it should have a total capacity of 0.12 liters, so 120 milliliters, and we don't know how much fluid is there now. Maybe nothing. And another thing I would just tell you while Alex is filling it, that you could hear that it was hard to turn, but only to the right, as I said, but also the wheel would be squeaking, but it wasn't the wheel squeaking, it was actually, the noise was coming from that gearbox area. All right, what's the verdict?
Drives great now.
Drives great?
Yeah, no problem without,
Okay guys, it took 7 syringes, so 70 milliliters. So I'm glad to hear that at least wasn't completely empty, but it took quite a lot. But we fixed it, so another problem solved, and all it took is some gear oil. Thank you for watching.